Okay, good morning. We'll call the governance committee meeting of July 16th, 2025 to order. Next item on the agenda is to accept the minutes from the June 18th, 2025 meeting. Is there a motion to accept the minutes?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Minutes are accepted. At this time, we'll open the meeting to public comment. Does anyone who would like to address the governance committee? They have 5 minutes. We just ask that you give up your name and address. Being none, we will close the public comment section of our meeting. The next item on the agenda is a review, discussion, recommendation of a resolution authorizing the Broome County Industrial Development Agency, the agency to acquire an option to purchase from John J. Saraceno certain property located at 70 Bartell Road in the town of Maine, being fully identified as Broome County Tax Map Parcel 110.01-1-15, to be exercised by payment of an initial option payment of $10,000, to be credited against the purchase price of $5,000 per acre for the term commencing on the date of the option agreement, to be executed by the agency and John J. Saraceno and expiring January 26, 2026. Execute the option agreement, make a finding that the proposed action of executing the option agreement constitutes a type 2 action pursuant to 6 NYCRR subsection 617.5C 26 and 27, and that accordingly the action of executing the option agreement is not subject to further environmental review under the State Environmental Quality Review Act or the regulations promulgated there under, all upon such and such other items as conditions as the agency council shall deem appropriate. Okay, Stacy.
Okay, well, thank you, everyone. To hopefully give you some context around this, where this property is, there is a map in your folders that shows you in relationship to the conceptual subject property map, where 70 Bartell lies in the subject, in the property area. As you know, we have been engaged with Mr. Saraceno on a number of properties that he owns on Bartell Road, purchasing multiple properties there. He initially had requested this property not be included in that first option of multiple properties, but has since reached out to us and expressed interest in selling, this property to us for the purposes of continuing to explore the Broome Tech Park. As you can see, the roughly 4-acre parcel would create some more seamless acreage within the area, as outlined in the map. Just for your context, the sort of the pink shaded areas are full parcels or partial parcels that we are still interested in, but do not currently have an option for purchase with. So again, as noted in the resolution, this would follow the same terms that we've been using on our previous option agreements, $10,000 deposit credited towards an ultimate purchase, with a 6-month, at the rate of $5,000 per acre, with a 6-month option for renew, there to allow us to do the necessary environmental studies and other reviews. I will note how this property differs compared to the others. There is an existing structure that Mr. Saraceno owns and rents currently on this property. Any questions?
So is it, the property is it?
It's the yellow, where the yellow dot is.
Oh, this area here.
Yeah.
The entire area that's within those boxes or just the one rectangle?
Just the one rectangle. Yeah, just that yeah.
So
We already own all the way around it.
Yes, we own everything outside of where you see the red lines. We own everything or control or have an option on everything outside of that.
so it's this
So it's what's inside, but we should have created another little line. So where you see this
so
yellow.
all of this right here.
Yes.
This,
Yep.
these 3 little boxes.
Not the three.
Just not the
one
3,
box.
just
Just one box.
Yeah.
These 2. Who owns these 2?
Those off the top of my head, I don't
So
recall.
it's not him.
No, but it's not. Yeah.
And we don't have intention of buying the others.
Not at this point in time.
There's houses in there. Yeah, over.
So, okay. What is gonna be up here? Is there gonna be any development up here?
Yes, that area at this point in time, we are actually, it's significant as potential area for entrance to the park with a roadway and potential buildings. So it is, you know, so it would add to that area for us. It would give us a few more acres towards that entrance.
Now, you said he has a house on there or a property he's renting. So what's the status of that gonna be? I mean, that, he's not looking for anything extra for that, is he?
At this time, he hasn't expressed any desire
that
for anything
becomes
more than
ours.
current terms, correct?
Well, yeah, he would, I mean, once we approve it, he can't probably say, start talking about structure, then could he?
No,
Right,
no. Fine.
right.
Yeah, I mean, if he signs the option agreement, then he's bound by the terms.
Okay, now the purple areas
Yes,
are what?
those are areas that we are interested in purchasing, but do not currently have an option for purchase on. And one is a full parcel and the other, the sort of rectangular is a full parcel with one owner, and the second one is sort of the triangle shape that dips down is partial property.
So which one is the church property? Is that
The one that little rectangle that goes out to Airport Road,
Community center?
The white
the
roof?
recreational center,
Where-
yeah.
where
You
is
can
it?
see the little white structure, former recreation.
What, just that little tiny piece?
It's that whole rectangle.
This whole rectangle?
Yeah, but that's just to give you a visual, a landmark, that's where.
Right. So this is their property right here.
Yeah. So everything, so everything in this area here, everything within these areas, we have
Right.
an option or currently owned.
So how critical are these two other little pieces here?
I mean, we have designed around them at this point in time, so certainly I think the more area we can amass that's congruent is beneficial, but we can still do the project without those smaller parcels on Bartow.
They're gonna wind up like those lots in Endicott,
Mhm.
right, where IBM bought,
Yeah.
and then there's like little postage stamp.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, is there any other questions or comments? Is there a motion?
I'll move it.
Is there a second?
Second,
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
Next item on the agenda is a review discussion and recommendation of a resolution approving the renewal of the agreement with Brown and Weintraub Advisors LLC for legislative and regulatory representation from June 20th, 2025 through and including June 19th, 2026.
Yes, so you have in your packet, a copy of the renewal contract for a relationship with Brown Weintraub, public affairs firm that we have been working with for about a year now. Brown Weintraub has been instrumental in providing some strategic guidance and advisement on identifying the appropriate regulatory state agencies that we will be reaching out to for major sources of funding for the park, especially in areas of infrastructure, DOT, regulatory permits, DEC. Have been very good in helping us build those relationships at the state level. For example, helped us shepherd a few meetings with some of the governor's economic development team so that we can introduce ourselves, educate them on the project, the goals of the project, status updates, things like that. BW will assist again in shepherding meetings and relationships with important state agencies, including the DEC, the Public Service Commission, as we're currently undergoing our New York State Independent Systems Operator Energy Capacity Study. Also track any legislation and budget items that could impact the park, anything we may need to be aware of and plan for, and also just general guidance on navigating state agencies. It's been, I think, a very productive relationship thus far, especially as we get into the phase where we have the conceptual master plan finalized and begin to move that more publicly and begin to really start to seek permitting and funding sources. This relationship has been incredible, will be very helpful to us. I will note it's also a 30-day termination. So while it is spec'd out for a year, we do have the option within of a 30-day notice to step away from this relationship if desired. So our recommendation is to continue with Brown Wine Rub, certainly for the next 6 months to a year while we prepare this park for more public viewing and application.
So the primary role right now is they're like, monitoring legislation, right? And they're setting up meetings in different state agencies. Will they be involved, like, if there's applications, will they be involved in helping, facilitate the applications? Does that fall under their?
I think certainly at areas where we're, at areas where we are going to see the significant amount of resources expended are going to be things like wastewater, wastewater infrastructure, energy infrastructure, transportation. So certainly assisting us in applications for state funding, having the knowledge of those programs and those state agencies will be really beneficial in ensuring that we're making those applications appropriately.
So what's their fee? They're $10,000 a month?
Yes, and again, it's a year term, but it is a 30-day termination.
So how long we had them on for just 1 year so far?
Yep. It's been very beneficial just getting some time with some of this, the governor's economic development team, talking about a lot of our site initiatives, but certainly kind of educating and keeping them up to date on the status of the tech park specifically has been really helpful. Especially if we pursue more fast New York
A
funding.
lot, just always wonder some things that they're up, but, okay, but I think, they must outline for you though, what they do, I mean, specifically, don't they, like?
Yeah, we do,
I mean, not hour by hour, like maybe an attorney would, but, maybe just like broad, we've set up these meetings, we've done this kind of thing.
yeah, well, we have a regular monthly call, and we kind of we talk certainly with, identify where we're at with the tech park. They'll advise who we might want to start building relationships with and educating on the park, where, next steps on things. So we do keep that conversation on a regular with them to advance things.
Any other questions or comments? Yep. Is there a motion?
So move.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
Next item is a, review, discussion, recommendation of a resolution extending to August 18th, 2026. The period during which Spark JC LLC, the company, is authorized to claim sales and use tax exemption benefits as agent of the Broome County Industrial Development Agency, approving an extension of the sales and use tax exemption agreement dated September 1st, 2021, by and between the agency and the company, and authorizing the execution and delivery of the sales and use tax exemption extension agreement and the filing of the related forms and documents in connection therewith, provided that the total sales and use tax exemption benefit shall not exceed $3,093,333, authorized by the agency pursuant to the resolution adopted on August 18th, 2021.
So this is a request for the extension of the term of the sales tax exemption and no change in benefit. Just for your information, they've used about 2/3 of this benefit. I think there's a little over $1 million still remaining in benefit to them. This work that they're working, the continued site work is related to the fit out of the Five Below that's moving over to the Commons. The Guthrie Surge Center on the backside, where the former Burlington Coat Factory is. And inside the Commons, they're adding additional daycare projects that will be owned and operated, I think, by Broome County. So just a request for more time to use that benefit as they continue with the redevelopment Comments?
Any questions or comments?
Is the site work part of that they're self-performing? The pipe
The
project?
pipe, I don't know if any of the ST60s, Natalie, would you happen to know off the top of your head was related to all of they're replacing all the pipes, the
Yeah, some of
wastewater
it.
pipes, some of it, and probably it's mixed in to that.
Yeah.
Anything that would be eligible for the benefit could be in there.
Has that project started, the replacing of the pipe?
Yes, yeah, I don't know if you've been on that back side of it, it's all, pretty much all torn up and they're replacing that, large wastewater pipe that runs from behind, just behind.
Right.
Commons the Fintel area in through,
there.
right through, yeah, that's being replaced, yeah.
Okay. Any other questions or comments? Oh, is there a motion? Second, all in favor? Aye. Anything other new business, I don't believe.
No.
Um. Motion to adjourn. Second, all in favor? Aye. We can